Everyone, welcome to Auto Insurance 101. This is a basic introduction to Ontario automobile insurance policies. A brief overview of our agenda for today. We are going to obviously welcome you. We're going to have a biography of the presenter, myself, a disclaimer. We're going to talk about automobile insurance and the law. We're going to go through both the mandatory coverage under the automobile insurance policy as well as the optional coverage. What steps that you take after an accident, and we're going to talk a little bit about dealing with licensed professionals, and at the end of the slides I will provide you with some contact information for a licensed insurance brokerage located in the City of London. So this Auto Insurance 101 presentation is the first of a three mini series, and it's designed to guide you through the intricacies of automobile insurance in Ontario. My name is Candice Morrish. I have almost 20 years of insurance experience. I hold a CIP designation, which stands for the Chartered Insurance Professional designation, and I'm a Certified Risk Manager, the CRM designation as well. I've worked for insurance companies as well as insurance brokerages, but most recently my time is spent with Fanshawe College. I'm a full-time faculty or full-time professor, and I teach in the business insurance and the insurance and risk management courses, two of the courses that are offered through the Lawrence Kinlan School of Business. Of course, a disclaimer here, this is just for informational purposes. All of your insurance information should always come from licensed insurance professionals. With specific questions about your policy, claims, or any other related matters really do need to be discussed with your insurance broker. Like I said at the end, I am providing you with some contact information to reach out. Hopefully one of the brokers that I'm giving you contact information for is able to step in and assist you if you do have further questions. This presentation is a very broad overview of insurance policies, but if it's a specific question, then it really is better that you discuss it with an insurance professional. It is mandatory in the province of Ontario to carry automobile insurance, and the minimum limit is $200,000 bodily injury and property damage or liability coverage. Now you will find that most policies are probably going to be at $1 million. That would be a basic minimum that most brokers and agents feel comfortable with. More and more we are seeing higher limits, and those limits can be in excess of $1 million, so typically 2 or sometimes even 5 million. Okay. If you drive without automobile insurance in Ontario, there are severe penalties, includes fines, license suspension, vehicle impoundment, or it could also result in going to jail or imprisonment. Okay. Another key factor would really be to make sure that you carry continuous automobile insurance coverage. Okay, so when one policy is set to expire, the other policy is like a seamless transition from period to period. Okay. We're going to talk about some mandatory coverage under the policy. So every automobile policy in Ontario does have a requirement to carry bodily injury and property damage. I previously mentioned that the minimum limit is $200,000. However, higher limits are often purchased. Okay, what does bodily injury and property damage cover? It protects you as the vehicle owner, not necessarily the driver, if someone else is injured or killed or their property is damaged as a result of an accident. Okay, you're also covered when someone else is in the possession of your vehicle and they're using it with your consent. Okay. If you're sued as a result of an automobile accident, the insurance company will provide a defense. They'll cover the associated costs to defend, including the investigation costs. The insurance company will pay all the legal costs of the court assesses against you as the owner of the vehicle. Another mandatory coverage under the Ontario Auto Policy is accident benefits, or AB coverage, or sometimes it's referred to as SABS, S-A-B-S, Statutory Accident Benefits Schedule. This provides financial support regardless of fault, so it does not matter if this is an at-fault accident or not at-fault accident, to somebody who's injured, whether it's a driver, a passenger, a pedestrian, or a cyclist in an auto accident. Okay, it's always advisable that you review your own accident benefit coverage with a licensed insurance professional, because you can tailor these coverages specific to your needs. So if you have workplace coverage, or perhaps you don't have workplace coverage, or you have some other form of disability insurance or injury insurance, then you really need to discuss with your insurance broker the benefits of increasing coverage under the auto policy, if it's necessary, or if your other benefits provide adequate coverage. Next, we'll just take a look at a quick summary of the breakdown under the SABS, the Statutory Accident Benefit Schedule. Here are the different categories. Okay, these are provided under every accident benefit policy or accident benefit coverage. So income replacement, this compensates you for lost income. You can't work because you were in an accident. Caregiver benefit, if the accident causes catastrophic injuries that prevent you from providing full-time care to a dependent, so if you have children, you may qualify for financial assistance to help with the expenses of hiring help. Non-earner benefit, okay, individuals whose injuries significantly impact their ability to lead a normal lifestyle. So an example of this would be students or self-employed individuals may be eligible for this benefit if you do not qualify for income replacement. So just a note, you'll either be eligible for income replacement, caregiver benefit, or non-earner benefit. So one of your specific situations is going to fit into one of those three categories, and that's where you need to focus your coverage and discussing if you have adequate coverage elsewhere, if the coverage under the auto policy should be enhanced to meet your specific needs. Medical and rehabilitation. So this coverage provides to basically cover expenses related to medical treatments. So surgeries, hospital stays, medications, physiotherapy is a big one, or any other rehabilitative services if you're injured as a result of an automobile accident. Attendant care covers the cost of services provided by long-term aid or caregivers assisting with activities or daily living for those injured as a result of an accident. And lastly, death and funeral benefits. So this provides assistance with funeral expenses for those that have died as a result of the accident. So each of these coverages can actually be increased from a base amount. So I haven't included base amounts in this presentation simply because I really want to stress that you should review it with your licensed insurance professional, so your broker or your agent. But each of those base limits can be enhanced. So for example, income replacement is a base limit of $400 per week. Now you can increase that limit up to, let's say, $800 if that better fits your personal situation. So again, this is why it's advisable that you review your specific situation. Okay, another mandatory coverage, direct compensation property damage, or DCPD. Okay, so if your car is damaged in an accident in Ontario and the other driver is at fault, you deal directly with your own insurance company to get it repaired or replaced. Okay, you do not deal with the third party or the other vehicles, the other driver's insurance company. Okay, with respect to the property damage coverage, okay, this coverage specifically applies to damage to your vehicle and other property. So in Ontario, DCPD coverage helps cover the cost of repairing or replacing your car if it's damaged in an accident caused by another driver. Now this is new for 2024. You can actually elect not to recover damages under DCPD. So with respect to this, I would advise that you talk to a broker or an agent regarding your options, because yes, I've listed it as a mandatory coverage, but there is situations where you can elect not to basically subscribe to or recover damages under DCPD coverage. So this is advisable that you review your specific situation with your broker or your agent. Okay. The last mandatory coverage that we're going to discuss is uninsured automobile coverage. So this provides protection if you're injured or killed as a result of a hit and run driver or an uninsured motorist. So it covers damage to your automobile caused by an identified but uninsured motorist as well. So there's really two situations here, uninsured and unidentified. Now we have some optional coverages. So we may be familiar with collision and comprehensive coverage, okay? But there's also some lesser known coverage like specified perils. But collision coverage pays for the repair or replacement of your vehicle in the event of a collision. Comprehensive, this may be referred to as other than collision or fire and theft coverage, but this provides coverage for events like theft, vandalism, fire, okay, falling object, or natural disasters. Now, we're saying that these are optional coverages. However, if you've purchased a vehicle through a dealership and you have a lien on a vehicle, or perhaps you're leasing a vehicle, by contract, physical damage coverage such as collision, comprehensive, or all perils may not be optional. Okay, so it's not the regulators or the government that say that you have to purchase collision, you have to purchase comprehensive. It's actually a contractual obligation as a result of your finance contract. Okay, specified perils is similar to comprehensive coverage, and all perils is the broadest coverage. It kind of combines collision and comprehensive together, provides protection for your vehicle against all sorts of perils, including the collision we discussed earlier, theft, vandalism, and other specified risks. Okay, the family protection coverage. This extends your liability protection to cover you and family members if you're involved in an accident with an uninsured or underinsured driver who is at fault. Loss of use coverage. If your vehicle is in an accident and you need to rent a vehicle, you need something to get you to and from work or just for your normal daily activities. If you've purchased loss of use coverage under your vehicle, then this actually pays for a rental car while your vehicle is in the shop being repaired. It's only as a result of an insurance claim. Waiver of depreciation. This is typically only available for new vehicles. This coverage ensures that you'll receive full value because, of course, we know as soon as you drive a vehicle off the lot, it has depreciated. If your vehicle is new, within a specified time frame, that depreciation is waived if you're in an accident. Legal liability for unowned vehicles. This is another coverage that would be unique to the policy, specifically for an unowned vehicle, and it extends physical damage coverage from your vehicle to the vehicle that you are borrowing or renting, such as a rental car. Okay, so just this is a summary of some steps to take after an accident. First and foremost, always be sure that you are safe, that your passengers are safe, and that the accident site is safe. Okay, if you can move to a safe location, do that if possible. Okay, always make sure you turn your hazard lights on or your four-ways on. If you do have flares or warning triangles, set them up. But again, if you do not feel that the situation is safe for you to be out doing this, then do not attempt to do so. Call 911 to report the accident if there are injuries or significant damage. Follow their instructions. Always make sure that you exchange information. So you should exchange contact information, insurance information, what their vehicle make model is, their license plate is also helpful. Names, addresses, phone numbers of anybody that's in the vehicle. So the driver, the passengers, if possible. Okay, if you can document the scene, take photos of your vehicle, take photos of the damage of the other vehicle. If there's any road signs or any other pertinent information that you think would be important to the insurance company while they're determining who's at fault, what happened in this accident. Notify your insurance company, and you may choose to notify your insurance broker or your agent, which is also fine because they'll walk you through the steps of notifying your insurance company as well. Okay, you're going to need to provide them with accurate details of what happened. So that's why we're saying, you know, exchanging the information and documenting the scene are very important steps. Seek medical attention if needed. If you don't feel injured, you should still seek medical attention just to make sure that there are no hidden injuries that may manifest over the next, you know, few days, few weeks. Keep records of all the medical treatment and any reports that you receive. Okay, be calm and cooperative. The fastest way to get your claim settled is, you know, to be calm, courteous. Make sure that you forward any information to your broker, your agent, or your insurance company. Okay, try not to admit any fault at the scene. I know it's easy to, you know, if you've clearly rear-ended somebody or you've, you know, been involved in a small accident, you know, oh, I'm so sorry, this is my fault. Try to avoid that if at all possible. Okay, keep track of all the communication related to the accident, police reports, medical bills, correspondence with insurance companies. Okay, what will happen is your insurance company will basically open a claim and they'll take over as to, you know, what will happen. They will direct you what the next steps are. We are going to open a claim for you. We are going to set up a rental car for you. We have an adjuster that's going to come and do an estimate. We'll be in contact with you. This is just a note on dealing with licensed professionals. Insurance brokers and agents are regulated professionals. They typically work with multiple insurance companies, can provide you with a wide range of policies and coverage options. Okay, they're really good at being an advocate and supporting you in your time of need if you do have a claim. Okay, they can act as a liaison between yourself and the insurance company as well, providing guidance and support. Okay. And lastly, here is that contact information for a licensed insurance brokerage here in the City of London, Merit Group Insurance Brokers. They're located on Hyde Park Road. Okay, so we've got 4 individuals here along with their email address, and then the toll-free number as well as the office phone number is here as well. Thank you so much.